different regime changes, and I've had my trials and tribulations. For me to come back here now should really be a signal that things are different. There's different thought processes, and there's different people at the helm, because I wouldn't be here otherwise. And so I do take it seriously to be someone that can usher in some change, not just from an in-ring standpoint, but from a philosophical standpoint of how they're going to do business, how they're going to treat talent, and really, for me, allowing me to come in and still be an independent contractor. And I think that's really important. The wrestling industry is changing right now. And, I think Impact is aware of that, and they want to be kind of on the cutting edge to kind of help usher maybe a new philosophy in how companies work with talent.
Hello, Austin. My name is Stephanie from Stitcher Magazine in UK. I wanted to ask you, who are the wrestlers you're looking forward to continue with on Impact? And thank you very much.
Thank you, Stephanie. You know what? There's a lot of competitors in Impact right now that I haven't had the opportunity to get in the ring with. Just off the top of my head, obviously, my match with Eli Drake, if you even want to call it that, was so short. I'd sure love to get back in there with him again and make sure that we have a proper match so that he has no excuses and I can feel like I really earned this championship. You have guys like Johnny Impact, who's obviously well traveled, but we've never been in the ring together. Alberto Del Rio, along the same lines, a guy who's kind of been everywhere, but yet we've never had the opportunity to step in the ring. There's some younger guys too, that are making their way up that I kind of have my eye on. That eventually, maybe get the opportunity to step in the ring with those too.
Hi, Austin. This is James from Wrestling Epicenter. It's a pleasure to talk to you, and welcome back, by the way.
Thanks, James.
My first question is going to be, you guys, yourself and several others departed, went to WWE there was a whole class, almost like a New Radicals kind of vibe. Now that you're backstage at Impact Wrestling, how has it changed, and can you feel that there is a new revival in the mix?
Yeah, there's just a different energy. I think, and again, I think I touched on this earlier, I know that this company's been through some different changes over the years, but for me it was important that some of the founding philosophies of how the company did business are no longer there, and that was important. That when I talked with Scott, when I talked with Don, talked with Sanjay, we're really in line with how they want to go about rebuilding this, and really changing philosophies on how the company has relationships with talent. You got to understand, this is a different day in wrestling. You don't need a professional wrestling company's platform to necessarily get yourself over. We all have our social mediums. We all have our social platforms, whether it's, with our Twitters, our Facebook, our YouTube channels. People can build their own brands outside of any one certain company. And also with companies, they don't necessarily need to have network television to get their product out there. I'm really fortunate now, right, to be working with a number of different companies who all have their own streaming service, or they put their stuff up on the YouTube channel so that their content's out there. And so I think really we're looking at this new age of professional wrestling where it can really be truly be a mutually beneficial relationship without all the restrictions and stuff that maybe we had in the old philosophy and the old mindset. So when I go there, I see that you have a bunch of guys who see this opportunity to use the Impact Wrestling brand to raise their platform, and vice versa. That Impact can use guys like myself to help raise and bring some notoriety to their company. So. I think. Listen, there's a long road ahead. There's a lot of work to do, and nobody is delusional to that. But I think that the right guys have the right philosophy, and I feel that when you're back there, you see a lot of hungry guys who maybe haven't had an opportunity to step on a national stage, an international stage, and everyone's going out there and trying to kind of make their mark. So, at this last set of TV tapings, there was definitely, I felt, again, while there's going to be growing pains, there was definitely a positive energy and a lot of excitement about what's going on and what the future holds.